So let me just say, since I said that, I want to take the time to apologize to Karmelo Anthony's family. Man, I was all the way wrong about that kid. I was all the way wrong about that kid, homie.
Yeah, he was just indicted.
I was all the way wrong about that kid. I met with his father. I've been meeting with his father regularly. I had opportunity to talk, piece him up. He go beat these charges. I was under the impression that he brought a knife to school. So I'm taking a knife to school. Fuck him. He didn't take a knife to school. He didn't even know these two white boys. These two white boys just came over there with him because he was with another kid that knew those white boys. So he a new black kid who these big old white boys, big white boys. He a small frame kid. One of the white boys was on that side, one of the white boys on that side. So either way go, they had him blocked in. And these some big white boys. These are some big, violent, aggressive white boys who got guns. And not only that, the one he killed whooped their daddy. See, the daddy coming into the picture playing like he been around. The dad ain't been around. We would think the black dad ain't around. The white dad ain't around. The mother don't even identify the daddy as the husband. So he must have been an abusive father. He ain't even been in their life. So he just come and getting the light. He just come and getting the light. So he a low down dirty cracker. His sons are bullies. They bullying on the kid. They no, because he black. Get from up under the tent. Man, y'all tripping. I ain't going nowhere. And they got a reputation of beating up people. The one he had to stab, he broke his daddy's ligaments. Big old strong cracker. He should have killed both of them. He should have killed both them Peckerwoods with a that's minding his motherfucking business, that don't bring harm to nobody. This kid ain't a bad kid. These bully white boys just fuck with the black baby. So now they trying to make it about race. No, it ain't about race. Justice was served when he killed that cracker. Self-defense. And the reason I say that is anybody can go see the video. Why do you think the media outlets ain't promoting to go see this video?
Welcome back to Uncle Plug TV. Feel blessed to be plugged in. Doing a reaction video today. Thank you to Say Cheese and the ever comparable Charleston White. You saw from the head, is Karmelo Anthony guilty or not guilty? It's a tough one, but we're gonna see what Charleston think about this video. Y'all just sit back, see what Charleston got to say about the situation. This is his state, the great state of Texas. That's where I reside. This has been a big story in the media. It's been a big story in the state, but it's kind of been laying low since he got indicted. We're gonna see what Charleston got to say about the situation. Y'all just hang on.
You can go up to the school to see it. And if you go up to the school to see it, we all to see this kid will be found not guilty. But because it's in an all-white town in Crackerville, and they done made it about race, whoever Sarah Fields is, Sarah Fields, you a rotten motherfucker. And if I just had some time, I would put an army behind this family, but I ain't got time. It's supposed to be an army because Sarah Fields and the father and somebody who works for the court have been releasing Karmelo Anthony's family information to Sarah Fields. She's been putting it online, and the white folk been going. So they've been having to move. All those lies made up, homie, they can't even get the GoFundMe money. So they can't even touch the Go. So they just trying to smear a campaign, but that's what the cracker do.
Now, earlier, when this case first started, they was talking about the Escalade that they bought, the house that they had rented for over $800,000. It was a lot of debunked news. He's debunking all that news that was in the tabloids and in the online, and he was debunking all that, saying that these guys can't even. He's been in contact with Karmelo Anthony's father. It's crazy that he's been in contact with this man's father, and this man told him everything that's been going on his side. Now the man has other children. He has other children that he need to take care of, and you know, this is what a devoted father do. You know, to stand behind his child. And Charleston initially was against the boy. But let's see how that story done changed since he ain't got a little evidence. Talk to the family. Got some understanding. I stood with it from the get-green. I stood with it from the get-green. It's been documented. I stood with it from the get-green. But I didn't want to speak on this too much until more facts came out. And I was wondering why. We're going to find out now.
I wish I can go back to when I was seeing the type of shit. I wish they could have caught me 3 years ago when I was really on my let's go get the crap and shit. But homie, I wish I ain't got that spirit no more. So I'm saying, why black people ain't rallying around this family as they tried to rally around in the beginning? They are threatening this family. Homie, they keep having to move.
But how do you don't just lose the spirit, bro? It's either you got it or you don't.
No, you do lose it. You do lose it.
So you sold out.
No. You lose it. Everybody loses. Malcolm lost it, homie.
Like what you told me a year ago, you said that losing touch with reality.
You lose the spirit, homie. You lose once you lose the spirit of the things you once loved. Football players.
Now it's wild. It's wild now. You know, he's getting on Charleston by him losing the spirit, but he out here getting to this money. You know, I said it one time on my boy podcast, and y'all go over and check my boy Noah's podcast out on Souls of Thought. I said it on this platform. I said if we focus so much on black issues, it's crazy because we'll be on black issues all the time because something's always happening to us. Somebody's always targeting us. And you do lose the spirit. You'll never even focus on yourself and what you got going on with your family because you be focused on black issues.
Artists, Dave Chappelle lost the spirit, went to Africa, fuck that. You lose the spirit because you fight for a group of people that you shouldn't really be fighting for. Who want to make the sacrifice for black people? After you done seen what done happened, after you make the sacrifice, you done lost King. My nigga, look at us. Who want to make the sacrifice trying to save these people? Nobody, homie. Because you have to fight these people to try to help these people. So they're going to put out your spirit. If you're not going to God daily, and I ain't going to, once I got money, I'm going to be with a hoe. God. I catch God.
We're going to pause it right there because he's going to a whole soliloquy, you know, about what he on and what time he on. We gonna get back to it though, because I want him to continue to speak on his conversation with the father. You know what I mean? But it's tough. It's tough, man. How they're trying to landslide this family and this young man. My heart still goes out to that young man that lost his life, no matter what views he stand on. You know, in time, maybe as that young man got older, when he became a bigger bigot than what he was, or what he, you know what I mean? Or he probably would have seen the light, ran into somebody who could have possibly changed his mind, you know? But from an understanding, I knew from how the father was, you know, being interviewed, that he was in a whole different home. And the mother didn't even want to speak on him, but she didn't want to speak on him. So a lot of the ways that he probably was instilling in these young men, the violence, the rhetoric, the racial tones that he used, you know, you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful what you say around your kids. They pick up on everything.
God on the deathbed. Right now, live and breathing in a vibrant, thumping hip game, I'm with hoes. God. You get to God in the back end of life like everybody else. But nigga, don't nobody want to have to be committed and dedicated to a cause that seems hopeless. Every day, this seems hopeless. You don't think you lose hope? Like kids who grow up in conditions that don't change? You don't think you're going to lose hope on? You fighting every day? Yeah, you lose the spirit. And you find something else to do with a new spirit where you can enjoy life.
How'd you meet his dad?
Huh?
You met his real dad?
I met his real
Karmelo
dad.
Anthony.
Because the things I said about his son.
They reached out?
Yeah, he agreed with it. If his son was innocent, if his son was guilty. He said he got other kids. And homie, he done worked hard to get to where he at. He not fit to put this kind of time and attention beside a son who wrong. I looked the father in the eye when he said that. Homie, why would you come meet with me? All the things I'm advocating for your son to go to jail for a long time. I'm with that family. The spirit I heard in him, I brought him to my home. I gave him my address. Don't know what I'm doing. But wrong. I don't want to be wrong and act like I'm right. Did your son take that knife to school? Nah, Mr. Charleston. It's a grown man, homie. He said, man, I done the research on you. I looked into what you do. If my son get out of this, man, I want my son to work with your youth campaign. But man, my son didn't do this. I got other kids to raise. I'm not for to put, and he really done it. He said he didn't do it, man. It's more things that I can't say. Just go clear this kid. But just the video alone, homie. I said, that's why the media outlets ain't saying nothing about the video. That's why all the media outlets.
That's crazy because all the videos, everybody's phone, all the kids' phones were confiscated. And they only had one view of what was going on. Even in the interview with the young man, the other twin, because these two boys on the Metcalf boys was they're twins. And even when the mother was getting ready to say something in the interview, he was like, hey, he checked her. Like they wanted to hold the narrative. So they was coached up. So this is an inside job. There's some officers or some officials, some teachers, some administrative people trying to keep this under wraps, you know, to make this seem like, I mean, because I know it was crazy. You know, I just imagine being on the faculty of the staff and on my watch while I'm there at this function, this track meet, and one of these kids end up getting stabbed. You know, crazy things happen. Kids fight, kids argue, kids cuss, and kids, they act up, whatever the case may be. But really, like, what can you do when you lose a life of a child on your watch by another child? You panic. You get it. But at some point, your soul has to come into play and be like, I gotta do what's right. After the smoke clear, I gotta do what's right.
It's trying to keep us focused on the campaign, on the GoFundMe, and these people can't even touch the GoFundMe. The lawyers is overcharging him because they're looking at the GoFundMe numbers. So everybody is praying on his family. Ain't nobody praying with the family. Shout out to Dr. Umar Johnson. Dr. Umar Johnson spoke with the father and gave them comfort. Shout out to Dr. Umar. I spoke with the dad today. His dad want me to come see the video. I gotta go see it. They don't want you to. So the father and this Sarah Fields white lady, they some racist peckerwoods. These are the kind of peckerwoods I say this would make me feel good by standing over a white man and watch him die. See, I got something nobody has what it feel like to watch a white man die. That's it.
All right. I think, you know, he said all that he needs to say. You know, I want to finish this up, man, and just by saying, you know, opinions can change. That initial reaction is serious, man. But it didn't make no sense to me myself when I seen how big that boy was and how small that boy was. I've been a kid before, man. All of us been kids before, and we know. You know, but they making these kids nowadays big as hell. I can't lie. You know what I'm saying? But they say that boy about 6 foot, 6'1", 225, linebacker. junior, senior. Oh, he been in that weight room. That's a big boy. And all of us know right after that football season, you know, track, you running track, or you know, you wrestling, whatever the case may be. That's how it be. So you out there getting, you know what I'm saying? You staying active by being in different sports. That's probably, you know, but it was a school function. Ain't too much going on in that little town they in, you know, which is a predominantly white town. You know, so everybody goes to the track meet, you know, to go meet girls or meet friends that you may have went to middle school with, you know, elementary with that and moved away there in neighboring towns. Y'all go out there to hang out, you know, just go out there to hang out, and certain situations happen. You know, certain situations happen. Unfortunately, a child lost his life. You know what I mean? But I said it in the beginning. I was like, okay, 9 times out of 10, if he the leader and the other twin is a follower, if he step down, he gonna step down too. If he steps down, he gonna step down too. So if he told him to move, if that was me and that was my brother and he said move, I'm gonna say move too. I'm bagging my brother's plate. It just is what it is. Unfortunately, somebody lost their life, man. You know, parents, we gotta do better. Gotta do better talking with your kids, making sure they ain't stepping down, man. Especially if they big kids. You gotta teach them not to bully. Even if that little kid can fight, you know, hey, teach him not to bully. Cause you never know how this thing gonna end, man. What fear kills, boy. Fear kills. Definitely kills. You know what I mean? So, hey, you gotta be mindful. You gotta be mindful out here in these streets, man. Like for real. What Charleston talking about, I can feel it. You know what I mean? He goes into it. We just, you know, check out a little bit more what he's talking about, and we'll keep it pushing.
In my heart and it's in my mind. Whenever I get mad at white people, nigga, I go in that heart and that mind and I pull my victim's face up when he was dying and how we laughed at that white man. We thought it was funny. I felt like I had we've done something good. We killed the white man. All that felt good, man. When you
I gotta be real. I can't even play that part right there, man. I listened to the whole interview, you know, and what he was talking about right there. You know what I mean? It's just it's a little edgy, man, and not what I want to put on my page. You know what I mean? But you know, it is what it is, man. But Charleston said some real, and you saw somebody's, you know, initial, you know, reaction to what had happened was, oh, that kid guilty, should never brought a child to school, he going to jail, this, that, and third. Everything in the case doesn't go for self-defense. Well, early in that interview, he was talking about Cam Newton being 6'5", 250 pounds. He ran down on you. You said you had all right to gun him down. Well, you got a kid, 2 kids, you know, coming down on you that almost outweigh you by 75 pounds. If one of them grab you, it'd probably be hard to get weight. If both of them grab you, it'd probably be a problem. The boy reacted out of fear. Trust me, I tell everybody, fear kills, man. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. I really appreciate y'all. Y'all keep your head in the game, man. You know what I'm saying? And be happy that you plugged in. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace.